Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, DCS world enthusiasts and pilots. Welcome to the exhilarating week 3 of the Asia Region Combat Competition ARCCO. I'm Fath, as usual, and I'm honored to be your commentator for this electrifying journey through the virtual skies. Likewise, before we dive into the opening match of the week, a warm shout out to our sponsors, Eagle Dynamics, TechView, and Fox3 Managed Solution for their incredible support in making this event possible. So we are on to the first match of the day. The skies are about to ignite with action as we kick off. First up, we have a clash between Hardbass Enjoyer from Indonesia and Air Combat Roleplay from Thailand. So Hardbass Enjoyer is looking to bounce back from their draw in the opening week against the number 15 Battle Axis. Meanwhile, the Air Combat Roleplay aims to build on their victory after the triumph against the 82nd Azerbaijan Squadron just last week. So this matchup promises us to set the tone for an explosive day of the aerial battles. So from Hard Base Enjoyer. So last match that we have with them is during the first week, as mentioned just now, against the number 15 Battle Axis. So we have Sir Carol Brave and Bravo Storm. Meanwhile, Air Combat Roleplay is fly by Seven Fox and Spectre. So we haven't seen them. We haven't seen the match yet because last week they have a different time zone, so we can the live stream cannot cater to that particular time. Yep. So looks like the all the pilots are in their aircraft right now. Stand by. So we are looking at the hard base enjoyer looking in the silver and red liveries. So we have two J11s. So let's see what kind of loadout they are having for today. So we have a couple of ETs, a couple of R73s on the wings, and we are looking at three R77s and one, I think it's one R27 yard. So we have
Okay, and we're back.
okay. Right. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a technical issue we are facing just now, but looks like we are okay and we are back on live.
Okay, we're good to go.
All right, we are back. Sorry, folks. So, okay, and now we are looking at the air combat role play. So they are flying the F-15 Eagle, and Spectre is flying the F-16. So we also have Azarashi here as the Weasel for 7 Fox. So let's see what loadout they are having for us today. So okay, I'm only seeing AMRAAMs, no other missiles inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 pairs of AMRAAMs. Yep, and then two external tanks on the side. So looking at Spectre, also we have 6 AMRAAMs and 3 external tanks for Spectre. So full on AMRAAMs for the air combat roleplay, flight by the 7 Fox and Spectre, accompanied by Azarashi as well as Wizo for Spectre 7 Fox. So we have less than 3 minutes on the clock for the pilot to prepare. To remind our viewers that pilot cannot enter the runway before the time is up. So we have 2 minutes left on the clock. So air combat roleplay are starting up from Beslan. So Beslan is much closer to the bullseye at the airspace control zone compared to Sukhumi Babushara. Babushara, if I'm not mistaken, it is 20 miles much further. 20 miles further. 19 miles compared to from Beslan. Beslan is around 60 miles. 60 miles. So 30 miles difference. So there must be a reason, a strategic reason for the Hardbass Enjoyer to start much further from the air combat roleplay. So we still have around 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock before the pilot can take off. Looks like the Hardbass Enjoyer is taxiing to the runway. Bravo Storm and Zero Brave. So looks like something is happening with Azarashi, the Weasel for 7 Fox. So Marshall is attending to Azarashi as we speak, but looks like it is resolved. So 5 seconds left, and then all the pilots are allowed to take off from their respective airbase. So for these guys from Air Combat Roleplay, they did win a match against the 80 seconds Azerbaijan squadron from last week. Looks like 7 Fox is taking off. Whoop. Looks like there's a little bit of hiccup there, but everything else looks fine. He managed to take off safely, I might say. And Spectre is rolling. Both aircraft from air combat roleplay wobbling a little bit during takeoff. I wonder if there's a crosswind, high crosswind against them during the takeoff. So it looks like Hardbass Enjoyer both has taken off safely from Sukumi Bambushara and heading straight towards the bullseye. Bravo Storm, meanwhile, is heading a little bit to the south side. Cerebrev still maintaining the heading towards the bullseye. Looks like Seven Fox is climbing aggressively. He's already at Angels 27 now. Look at the climbing rate. Now at Angels 30 or 30,000 feet. Meanwhile, Spectre lagging behind 11,000 feet. Separation between them is around 6 miles. Both of them are loaded with MRAMs, just MRAMs only. So we are expecting long-range engagement. At least they will try to, since Cerebrave and Bravo Storm is flying the J11s, where they excels in short-range engagement, especially with the range that their missiles can reach. But we shall see. They are flying at Angels 31. Meanwhile, Bravo is flying low at Angels 2. So one fly high, one fly low. So in contrast, from the Hardbass Enjoyer and Hardbass Enjoyer flying towards the south side. Meanwhile, Air Combat Roleplay is taking up their place on the north side of the airspace control zone. So as Air Combat Roleplay already entered the airspace control zone. Meanwhile, Hardbass Enjoyer are going to enter soon, getting the airspace control zone contested. Between just flying across the river. Meanwhile, Cerebrave is flying high and just moving towards the center. Seven Fox still flying steadily to the outside, trying to secure space there. Followed by Spectre lagging behind around 6 miles. He is catching up. Angels 26 catching up to 7 Fox, which is at 34,000 feet. So 7 Fox is able to see Cerebrave on the scope. He is heading straight towards him. He is trying to match the altitude, Angels 39, and he is still climbing, Angels 41. So he is prepping his aircraft for the first launch. So what's the separation between them? 55 miles. Bravo Storm still hiding behind the between the valleys. Oh wow, 48,000 feet. He is climbing very aggressively. Terbrave saw this. He's already on defensive. So he is trying to limit the range that 7 Fox can launch. But nevertheless, first launch from 7 Fox. It's MRAM towards Cerebrave. It is quite a distance. I believe it's more than 45 nautical miles launch. Cerebrave is already on the defensive, but meanwhile still maintaining his altitude at Angels 43. The MRAM is still flying high. It's not yet bullseye. Leveling up its altitude soon, and I think we're gonna see some bullseye soon. Missiles start to track the J11 fly by the Cerebrave. Looks like it's tracking. Bravo Storm, meanwhile, is still flying in between the valleys. Perhaps try to close their distance as much as possible without alerting the AWACS from the red side. Looks like there's a missile warning in the cockpit of the J11 flight by the Cerebrave, and he is defending, turning cold immediately and dropping some altitude. Meanwhile, the MRAM is still flying quite fast behind him, so he has to be careful. And looks like the missile is dead. It's a non-factor. So first engagement had Cerebrave on to run. It's very good because Cerebrave is mildly hot against Cerebrave. This one shows the distance, but Cerebrave is still high and just 47 while 7 Fox. So interesting. So there's no retaliation yet from the Hardbass Enjoyer. But we are seeing the Bravo Storm still flying between the valleys, trying to close the distance between him and both aircraft from the Air Combat Roleplay, or ACR for short. So he is burning a lot of fuel here, but he is not turning on his burner, trying to save some fuel because he is flying such a low altitude at Angels 9. Air is much denser at low altitude, so there's a lot of there's more air resistance down there. Cerebrave is turning. Meanwhile, Spectre is turning cold. He probably saw Bravo Storm down there. He tried to bypass the mountains and probably alerted the AWACS from the Air Combat Roleplay side, or ACR side. So just to be safe, he is turning cold along with 7 Fox. We are not seeing any further engagement yet or any hint towards that. Looks like the ACR is playing it safe. Stand by. Okay, Cerebrave is still flying high. He is heading straight towards 7 Fox aggressively. He's still high and Angel's 38 or 38,000 feet. Looks like the same goes with Spectre. Spectre he's heading towards Cerebrave. So are we gonna see some the second engagement between them? Nope. Cerebrave is turning cold. He's defending. He's notching his aircraft against Spectre's radar. Bravo Storm, meanwhile, he is flying quite high. Okay, no engagement yet from either side. ACR is ice cold. Both of them are turning cold now. They are turning away from the battlefield, trying to reconvene. Same goes with Bravo Storm and Cerebrave. But however, they are at the middle of the airspace control zone. They should have more space to maneuver in an engagement compared to ACRs. So it looks like the A space is still cold, ice cold. In fact, they are separating themselves further and further. It is at least 40 miles away from Spectre and Bravo Storm. Spectre and Bravo Storm, they are flying in parallel now. Neither side are aggressive at the moment. Okay, 7 Fox is turning hot and Angel's 30 from the north. Looks like he is heading towards Bravo Storm. Okay, Bravo Storm is hot, but he is still far away. Angel 17. Nope, he is back home. Okay, nobody is doing anything yet. Seven Fox is still chilling, but looks like he is creeping towards Bravo Storm now. Maybe. I don't know. What I can guess is that ACR is trying to bait the Hardbass Enjoyer towards their position, which is much more open, since the new flanker is flankers excels in such terrain where the radar visibility for their radar is quite limited. So Seven Fox and Bravo Storm, it is inching in closer. 24 miles off. We shall see some launch from Seven Fox soon. Bravo Storm is still hugging the mountain. I'm not sure if Seven Fox is able to get a lock on him. I guess not, because he's away. Like I said, maybe he is trying to bait one of them into the open space up to the northeast. Meanwhile, far east, Spectre is heading inside the mountainous area at Angels 31. So, are we gonna see some engagement between Bravo Storm and Spectre now? Spectre is revealing himself to no, Bravo Storm is revealing himself to Spectre now. He is flying above the mountain. No, he is back into the valley. Oh, launch from Spectre. Okay, Bravo Storm is running out of terrain. He has to climb soon. He has to climb soon and expose himself to the MRAM. Spectre is cutting off his he's cutting off himself from the MRAM, forcing the missiles to Pitbull. I'm not sure if the missiles is tracking towards Bravo Storm. Doesn't look like it. It is heading towards the moon. Spectre is playing safe, heading back towards the open area. K7 Fox is heading towards Bravo Storm now. Bravo Storm is still concealing himself in between the mountain. Looks like Seven Fox is trying to scan the area, looking for traces of Bravo Storm. See if he can pick him up. Bravo Storm is inching in closer, but he is turning away. Okay, we are looking at Spectre and Bravo Storm now. Meanwhile, Cerebrave is still chilling at the back. Okay, 20 miles. 20 miles separation between Bravo Storm and Spectre. Launch from Spectre. A 20 miles launch. Bravo Storm heading straight into the notch position, trying to spoof the missile. Okay, looks like Spectre is already turning cold, forcing the missiles to Pitbull, thus giving a warning to Bravo Storm now. As expected, Bravo Storm is on the defensive now. He is still in notch position. The missiles looks like the missile is still tracking. Is it? Okay, looks like there's not much energy left on the missiles, and looks like it's dead. Spectre still in the cold. Hmm. I'm not sure how many minutes left on the clock. One of the team has to go aggressive to avoid a draw. Since ACR had their first win just last week, so they have a edge here in terms of group placement. Meanwhile, Hardbass Enjoyer had a draw last time against the number 15 Battle Axis. So in terms of points, ACR is on top. Looks like they are still far away from each other, but Seven Fox, he is climbing like crazy. 50,000 feet and still climbing. He is heading towards Cerebrave now, but Cerebrave is he is cold. He is cool against Seven Fox. Nevertheless, a launch from Seven Fox. It is a 32 miles launch. Meanwhile, Bravo Storm is heading towards Seven Fox from such low altitude. Fly in parallel, Spectre, just shy of 26 miles. Looks like the AMRAM is still heading fast towards Cerebrave now. Cerebrave is still high. Okay, looks like it's tracking. Yep. Splash! Oof! Wow! What a long distance launch from Seven Fox. More than 30 miles from Angels 50. I think more than that. Maybe around 53, 54,000 feet high. Okay, Cerebrave has to respond immediately. Bravo Storm is alone now. Spectre and Seven Fox is in position to corner him. But Seven Fox is pulling away. Bravo Storm still low, hugging the mountains. But Spectre is following him behind. 16 nautical miles and launch. A120 heading towards Bravo Storm. Okay, Bravo Storm has to defend now. Two MRAMs. Okay, Bravo Storm is hugging the mountain. Looks like the first MRAM is going to hit the mountain, and the second MRAM is also dead. Okay, Spectre has to pull back. Looks like his two launches are a miss. Alright, Bravo Storm is climbing. He is revealing himself. Okay, looks like Seven Fox noticed him on the scope, so he is heading towards straight towards him and launch from Seven Fox. M120. Oh, triple launch from Bravo Storm. 3 out of 77s. We're not sure what's happening with Bravo Storm. His engine is only at 20%, and okay, M120 is heading towards Bravo Storm, closing in fast. Splash. Splash 2. Looks like the zone is on the ACR side. Okay, Cerebrave has to get back into the zone as soon as possible. We have 15 minutes, no, 10 minutes on the clock. 10 minutes on the clock for him to get back before Seven Fox and Spectre take control. At least for 10 minutes. They are spawning quite far from Sukumi. So yeah, it's going to take them a while to enter the zone. So they have to be fast. Meanwhile, Seven Fox with Azarashi, they still have 4 MRAMs. They still have 4 MRAMs. Spectre has still has a pair of MRAMs on the wingtip. No missiles loaded yet on to both Cerberus and Bravo Storm. They are running out of time, so they have to be quick. They have to be quick. I reckon they still have around 6 minutes on the clock before the ACR has a complete control on the zone. Once they take off, they still have to travel around at least 28 miles to enter the zone. It is quite far. Alright, Cerebrev is taxiing his way to the runway of Sukumi Babushara. He has to take off soon, otherwise, it's going to be a win for the ACR. Quite a distance away for him to taxi to the runway. All right, he is taking off. Okay, Bravo Storm is following close behind. Okay, I'm not sure how many minutes left, but either way, they have no time to waste. Okay, we have 15 minutes left on the clock for the whole match, but I am still unsure how many minutes left. How many minutes has it been since the ACR took control of the zone? All right, both aircraft from the Hardbass Enjoyer has taken off from Sukumi Babushara safely. They are heading straight towards the bullseye. There are few minutes left on the clock. Okay, I'm guessing Spectre and 7 Fox. Saw two contact in their data link. Looks like the ACR is on the offensive. They are heading hot towards Hardbass Enjoyer. Come on, Brave. Just 12 miles off the zone now. Are they gonna make it? Or break? Okay, not much distance left. There's less than 10 miles. We cannot see how much time left, but I'm guessing Cerebrave is going to make it. But he is in danger on facing Spectre High at Angels 33. Meanwhile, Seven Fox already launched two missiles towards Cerebrave, trying to deny the entry towards the zone. I guess he is still left with two MRAMs on his fuselage. One MRAM off from Spectre. Okay, looks like Cerebrave managed to get the zone contested, but three MRAMs is heading towards him. No, two MRAMs. One MRAMs is for Bravo Storm. Bravo Storm still high and Angels 22, but the MRAM is still flying straight towards him. No defensive maneuver from Bravo Storm. Is he going to take a hit? Oh, the MRAM is just fly past him. Okay, Cerebrave is on the defensive. One MRAM still tracking, but losing energy fast. Two MRAM off from Seven Fox. One from Bravo Storm, one for Cerebrave. Counter launch from Bravo Storm, ER towards Seven Fox. Immediately giving a radar warning towards him. M120 is still heading towards Bravo Storm now. He is still not defending. Looks like the MRAM is tracking. Okay, full on flash and chaff from Bravo Storm J11. But looks like he managed to shake the missile off. Okay, one missile off from towards Cerebrave. Is he going to make it? And oh, he managed to defeat them. Okay, looks like no more missiles left for Spectre and no more missiles on both Spectre and Seven Fox. They have no missiles left. But the Hardbass Enjoyer has no way of knowing this, so they still have to play it safe. But Bravo Storm is still hot in pursuit towards the ACR. Okay, looks like the ACR is full on retreat now. I guess there's not much time left for both Seven Fox and Spectre to spend their last ticket to respawn, call start, and take off from baseline, and then heading back towards the battle zone. Since a while ago we only have 15 minutes on the clock, I'm guessing that we have less than 10 now. Yep, looks like they are still full on retreat. Celebrate and Bravo Storm still hot in pursuit. Okay, if I have to guess, this match will end up with a draw, but with Spectre and Seven Fox still have all their tickets intact, provided that they all landed safely, of course. We probably have less than 5 minutes now on the clock. Bravo Storm already pulling away. He has given up on the pursuit. Meanwhile, Cerbrave is still chilling on the northwest of the bullseye. Yeah, okay, they back on hot pursuit now, but we are not going to see some engagement soon enough. But we shall see. There's no missiles left for ACR, but I guess they are trying to conserve all their tickets intact, trying to drag the match into the draw while having such advantage. but they are not allowed yet to back in the red zone or landing on baseline yet. No, if I'm not mistaken, they are allowed to enter the red zone, but they are not allowed to land on baseline. As long the marshal is not calling for time up, they are not allowed to do so. I guess they are trying to maintain the control on the zone as long as possible before the time is running out. So it looks like Bravo Storm is heading back. Is he heading towards Sanaki? Meanwhile, Cerebrave is still holding on the north side. Seven Fox is edging between the red zone and the contested zone. Factor is it's flying on the southeast of the zone or the bullseye. Neither side are doing anything yet in terms of engagement. They are not far off from each other. No, quite far off, around 39 miles. And yeah, it's not closing since Cerebrave is pulling away. Nothing much to be said. Here. They are just patrolling the airspace, maintaining control. Okay, I think we have around 3 minutes left. No, I think we have less than. I think we have 1 minute left on the clock. Since the stream started around 69 minutes ago. Oh, Bravo Storm is already the border, and he is pulling himself back onto the contested zone. Yep. Time is up. Pilot to return to base. Looks like a draw, but with a slight edge on ACR with all their tickets still intact. Meanwhile, Cerebrave. Oh, where is?
I believe Bravo Storm crossed into the blue zone before the time was up. Yes.
Okay. Oh, all right. I guess they cannot cross the zone. That's one ticket wasted for Hardbass Enjoyer. Meanwhile, ACR still have all their tickets still intact, provided they RTB safely, landed safely on baseline. Okay, it is up to Cerebrave to land safely on Sukubi, and then they will be able to secure a draw, albeit with less ticket on their side. He is launching all the missiles. trying to reduce the weight. No, just ER. It's a good match regardless, especially from ACR side where they towards the end of the first half of the match they started to get a little bit aggressive and launch missiles. Both Spectre and Seven Fox launch missiles towards the enemy and managed to take out both of them. Especially for Seven Fox, he climbed to such altitude of 50, maybe 53,000 feet, 54,000 feet, around that, based on the climbing rate, and then managed to take out, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah Brave. Was it Sarah Brave or Bravo Storm? I think it's Bravo Storm against Bravo Storm at the distance of 32 miles, 32 nautical miles. I guess they are running on fumes now, so they are conserving a little fuel. What little fuel they had now. Good engagement by the ACR. They know how to leverage their capabilities to get that level of energy in such short time. You can see how Seven Fox managed to climb up to 54,000 feet, if I'm not mistaken, from 40,000 feet in just less than 1 minute, and then immediately launch a missile, just one missile towards Bravo Storm, if I recall correctly, and then managed to get a hit on him. It was a clean shot. But also good job for the Hardbass Enjoyer, managed to hold on, albeit they both teams are playing it safe. But regardless, it is part of their strategy to play safe, since J11s has quite a limited range in terms of their missiles, so they have to take control of the mountainous area to conceal themselves against the powerful radar of the F-16 and N-15, where they can leverage both their powerful radar and long-range missile or medium-range missile MRAM. So they have to conceal themselves between the mountains to avoid getting locked or getting detected by them. Meanwhile, ACR maintain control on the open area, trying to bait Terror Brave and Bravo Storm to expose themselves out of the mountains, so they can get a clean shot on them. And they managed to just did that. Or at least Spectre did. If I'm not mistaken, Seven Fox engaged with Bravo Storm quite deep on the at the west side of the bullseye. Okay, looks like Spectre is on the approach. Oh, quite low on the approach, but touchdown. Oh, he is running out of tarmac. So we can finally say that he Spectre managed to touch grass, and he is back on the parking area. Right, looks like both Sarah Brave and Seven Fox is on final approach. Looks like Seven Fox is going to land first. Touchdown. So looks like he didn't damage any of their landing gears during the takeoff. So it's looks like it's all good. But he's running tarmac here, and oh, okay. He almost tipped his wing off. He is still need. He still need to go back to the parking area though to conclude the match. And Cerebrave is on the final approach now. Touchdown. a bit rough there. All right, looks like all three pilots has landed safely on their respective A bases. A bases. What's with my pronunciation today? God. All right. Okay. Marshall instructing the pilot to stop and open their canopy to end the match. So looks like it's a draw from the looks of it, but ACR has the advantage of the number of tickets left on their sleeves. So I guess it can be it can be called a win, not officially, but technically. Right, there you have it, guys. So congratulations to both teams for such an excellent performance in the match, albeit a bit too safe for viewers to enjoy such a thrilling match. But nevertheless, it is what it is. Congratulations to both of the team. Okay, so we should have a second match of the day, but it is 1 hour plus away, so we are not going to be able to stream it. So the match shall be 82nd Azerbaijan Squadron to take on the number 15 Battle Axis. So both teams are hungry for redemption after their opening week results. So for the Azerbaijan, they lost against the ACR, and number 15 had a draw with Hardbass Enjoyer. So we shall see. I'm gonna update you guys tomorrow. So as we look forward to tomorrow's lineup, we have a trio of matches that will keep the adrenaline pumping. Chum Chum Squadron faces off against the fierce PTF Phoenix Task Force 29 Aggressor. Sunja Squadron takes on the Sharpshooters, and the guys is going to engage in an aerial showdown with the Malaysian Creeps. So and there you have it. So DCS enthusiasts, what a taste of what to come in the week 3. So we still have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and to total up, we have 4 matches left. We have 4 matches left, not including the one is going to follow up after this. So Saturday we have 3 match, and Sunday we will have 1 match, which is Movice versus the NZA Raiders. So before we sign off, a heartfelt thank you for our sponsors, Eagle Dynamics, TechView, and Fox3 Managed Solution for their invaluable support. So buckle up and prepare for a weekend filled with dogfights, air combat maneuvers, and camaraderie. Keep your eyes on
and
the sky.
also that's thanks to Eagle Dynamics for the shout out in their newsletter that was released just a few moments ago. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys, I guess you guys can check that newsletters out. So thank you again, Eagle Dynamics, for that shout out. So again, this is Fath signing off. Fly safe, fly fierce, and let the games begin next time. Goodbye.